Alright, we're back here, official day one. So, as you come in, actually let me flip the camera around. So, as you come in, there is a desk here that you can register, I think, for all your test drives over here. There's a route overview. You can also scan these barcodes here for more details. Following on, here is the model activation stage. And it's time for us to go and look at all of the vehicles in more detail that we haven't had a chance to look at yet. So one thing that's a call out is there is an Xpeng P7 Plus over here, and here are the specs. Pause the screen here if you want to look at that in more detail. Unfortunately, it is locked, so nothing we can do to check it out. And then I was hoping to be able to look at this Lotus Eletre in more detail. Big SUV, super SUV, hyper SUV actually, with over 600 kilowatts, but this car is also locked. So unfortunately we'll have to wait for another day to check out this car. So if that is something you want to look at, or you want me to potentially look at, please drop it down in the comment box below. I'll be more than happy to reach out to Lotus, or simply Sports Cars, I think that's what they're called, the distributor, and let's see if we can get one on the channel. But yes, if you support me in trying to get my hands on one of these for a video, let me know in the comments below. I need the demand. I need you to help back me up so I can try and get one on the channel. Help me out. Also help me out by subscribing to my channel. Thank you, totally appreciate it. Now let's go and look at the cars in more detail. Alright, let's have a look at the Volvo EX30 cross country in a little bit more detail. So first things you'll notice, camera right here, they did say right here that's the coordinates in which this car was made. Very nice looking car. It is definitely the more rugged version. I did have confirmation that this here is the performance spec, or only comes in the performance motor. So look at this. So here, cross country, here's the price, 78, or from 78,135. You see, when you buy the cross country, you automatically get the Ultra twin motor performance pack. So plenty of features over here. So here's basically the highlights. I won't go through every single bit, but I'll scroll through and just make sure you pause the video here if you want to see a whole stack of features in this car, as you can see. The list keeps going on. But the good thing for you to know is that this is basically the top spec, which is fantastic. So you get everything with the car. So this is of course more rugged, so it is higher off the ground. So you can see that gap right there. And you can see also these black accents over here. They give it the more rugged and lifted look over here. So let's get in and let's check it out. Actually, beforehand, have a look at the roof basket. So here you go, here's the roof basket, so locks over here, and plenty of storage up top for you to tie whatever it is you want to tie down. But let's get in and let's check it out. So NFC over here to unlock the car, beautiful side mirrors over here. We are definitely going to have to see if we can get one of these on our channel. What do you think so far? Do you like it or not? So anyways, let's have a look. So this is the interior, so air vents over here. This is what the seating looks like. Very nice. And it's still got a glass roof, so it allows the light to come in, and looks like it is tinted. Don't know about UV protection, but definitely tinted. The seats are quite supportive, it seems. Not bucket-like, but it is quite soft as well. And they do look to be quite supportive on the side bolsters as well. So let's get in. Alright, so this is the cabin of the EX30 Cross Country. So pan from right to left. So that's the interior, all very nice. In terms of the rear, boot's open at the moment, so you can't really see, but I can confirm that it's the headrests don't protrude too much, but it is on the smaller side, as expected though, because it is a small car. So here's the camera quality that you can see around the car. So look, it's not too bad. And then this car here at 95% says 501 kilometers. So that's actually really decent. What else do we have? So on the side you'll see no window switches or anything over there, just a door handle over here. Your window switches in the EX30 actually are over here. So you need to tap that if you want to adjust the rear, and then adjust over here. And it doesn't look like this pulls up for any storage at all. And I don't know if there's a glove box storage here at all. Let's have a look. Glove box, there we go. So glove box is down over here. That's right, I do recall that it was down in the middle. So nothing over there, it's all here. And then storage, phone charger right there. Because you don't have an opening over here for storage, you do have it over here. So here's some storage, USB-C ports over there. And yeah, let's go check out the back. Okay, so in the rear, actually I better put the seat forward so I can actually sit in the rear. So for the test, this is my driving position. This is the rear with my driving position, so I am about 172. Really does look nice. As I said, my view is this is the Volvo rally car. Alright, so let me turn the camera down so you can see my feet. Very comfortable. It doesn't protrude out the seat, so it is small. Don't forget, this is a small car at the end of the day, so it doesn't support all the way up to here. It's about here for me. But in terms of height, I am quite comfortable. Realistically, to be very comfortable, I'll probably open my legs probably something like that. Then let me show you over here, so you can see plenty of space here, more than one fist worth. Then let's flip the camera around. Here you are. So plenty of space. I reckon 1.5 to 2 fist worth. What do you think? That's a space there, and it supposedly is a 5-seater. You definitely cannot fit 3 of me in the back. 2, very comfortable, perfect. But 3 for me, my size, no. You'd be really squashed. Then LED lights, coat hanger, and then one last thing, I'll flip the camera around. And then 2 quick things. So here I believe is for windows. So that one here opens the right. Here's air vents here, 2 USB-C controls. And does this pull down? No individual pull down here, but we'll try pull down the seats themselves. Okay, let's have a look at the boot before we actually pull down the seats. So that's it there. So it's actually not too bad. You've also got some deep pocket storage down here and over here. Got some under tray storage, and it's a split fold 60/40 over here. No push through, but you do have 3 tether points. And then over here, that folds down, and that's a space that you've got. So let's look through the boot. So you still do have plenty of space. Alright, and if you want to know about the frunk, well, there is a frunk, limited storage. Don't forget, 0 to 100 in I think 3.8 off the top of my head. So limited storage for cables, but at least it's got one in a tiny car like this. So there you have it. That is the EX30 cross country. Hopefully we'll get this on the channel one day when it comes onto our shores for local deliveries. But Volvo's rally car. That car will be good, I know it. Right, let's move on to the next one. Alright, sticking to the brand, the ES90 is the one that we want to see here. Look how nice this looks with Thor's hammer. Big luxury sedan, anyone? I'll take it. How big are the wheels? It's got to be at least 21s or 22s. Let's see, where's the markers? Alright, so wheel size, tyre size, what is it? 255 40 R22s. There it is. So 255 at the front, 22 inch. I'd say they'd also be 22 inch over here. Yep, right there. 285, 35, 22. Huge. But how good does that car look? And yes, this is a left-hand drive at the moment. It's not in right-hand drive as yet. Coming to our shores later this year. Again, hopefully we'll get this one on the channel too. But what a boss-looking car. Looking good. And what do you think of the rear? You guys like it? ES90. There's someone sitting in the car at the moment, so let's actually kick off. Let's look at the boot first.
We call it
So, look, it supposedly looks like a sedan, but the boot opening doesn't open like a sedan. Opens more like a sportback, so very easy. Like, you know, look at me, I'm kind of under the car now, I'm not hitting my head, so it's actually pretty good.
the boots don't lift up like this.
So you'll see a cover or a shade here.
See? This one you can access the whole seat. You pull the seats down, then you put it this way.
Let's check out if there's underfloor storage or under boot storage.
Plus of its own.
Extra storage here.
But technically,
You've also got the ability to lower and raise the boot as well from the air suspension, I presume, and also cigarette lighter socket over here. So that's the sun blind again, or the sunshade. So let's close this. Right, and charge port is on this side. So yeah, I think you'll have to see this in person. Come here, look at it in person. It is definitely a car that is bigger than what it seemed online. But very, very nice. So let's look and see if we have any details here. So at the top, okay, here is the ES90. So choose your level. So pause it here if you want to see. Here's the plus spec, then ultra spec. Of course we're going to click this one. Single motor, extended range, active air suspension. There's obviously more things, but I won't click through everything here. 0 to 106.6. Now remember, this is only a single motor rear wheel drive, so hopefully there is an all-wheel drive that can come in the future. But either way, I'm just scrolling through the various options and things so you can see for yourself. Tinted windows. How much is it? So this top spec here is about 120 drive away, or just under 121. Let's go straight to the top and let's check the base level just in case. There you are, 99,806. So there you go. So from 88,880. Lucky numbers. Alright, let's get in the car and have a look. It's a heavy door. Very nice. So here's the window controls. So again, front back like in the EX90. Very nice and luxurious. Alright, let's get in and check it out.
You can't buy them anymore. It doesn't exist anymore.
Alright, I've just closed the door. Wow, I can confirm you sit pretty low, almost sports car like. My legs are actually stretched out, so I do need to raise it. So if you want to feel sporty and you want to feel like a boss, this is definitely really nice. The seats hug me, very nice. So this car here at 100%, 650 kilometers. We're not going to go through all of the details over here, but look, I'll talk through what I can see right now. And remember, this is left-hand drive car, so it's not final production version. So Bowles & Wilkins, we know that system is fantastic. Here's the steering wheel, very similar to the EX90 we had recently. There's the screen. You'll see some controls here for music. That's like a diamond dial or something. Got a phone charger there. Got cup holders here. USB-C ports. Storage. And there's the light. And there's the seat. So we've got, ooh, that's one thing that looks pretty cool. Where's the control for the roof? Can you see that? It's actually, here it is. So roof shading. So it's got built-in roof shade. So I'm going to push that button in 3, 2, 1. That's awesome. It's the first time I've seen it in person. So look at that. You can see outside. 3, 2, 1. And now you can't. Alright, I'm going to adjust this to my seating position once I get out, and then we'll sit in the back and we'll see how luxurious it is. So let's go. Alright, let's have a look at the rear. Similar to the front. Look at all that space. Absolutely amazing. Quite comfortable back here. Lots of leg space. So heating, cooling seats, temperature all here. So we've got a little tray, storage, cup holders that pop up. Doesn't look like there's a push through, but it might be split fold individual. So yes, so I can close this and I can pull down the entire thing, so it's a full push through. So the good thing is with this car, it's triple individual folding seats. And last thing to check, how good is it on space? Very comfortable in the rear. Supposedly 3 seats in the back, so yeah. Let me know what you think. We'll see if there's a front as well. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Here's a storage. Not too much. You can definitely fit cables in there. So here's your final look at the Volvo ES90. So from 88,880 plus on-road costs, single motor, rear drive, 2 specs. Of course the Ultra spec is the best spec. Landing in our shores I think towards the end of the year. I think you can put orders in now and you'll see them on the roads early next year. So let me know if you have any questions. Let's move on to the next car. Alright, here is the Leapmotor B10. So starting at the front, actually let's have a look at this bit here first. So this one here is from 41990 driveway, so LR long range, BEV 67.1 kilowatt hours LFP, 168 kilowatt max DC charging, not too bad, not too good. Would like to see that as 3 seconds, but anyways, 516 NEDC. Look at the front, looks quite nice, quite stylish. I don't see any parking sensors actually, so I do wonder if it's all camera vision based, unless I've totally missed it. But at a quick glance, and I'm trying to really look hard, I don't see any parking sensors, with exception to the camera there. So here's the side, sitting on 18-inch wheels. Someone sitting there at the moment, so let's start off with the boot. Oh, let's check out charge port. So manual charge port, CCS2. There's the boot. It's not too bad, it's at a good height. Tether points, hooks all around. You've got a shade over here, or a cover. Lifting this up. Look, that's actually pretty decent under boot storage. So that's actually not too bad. And let me close this. There you go. There is the boot. Alright, let's check out the second row. So open the door, push here, pull out. That's what the interior looks like at a quick glance. So here you are.
The fact that you said 60 something and I came in and said, no, it's actually, it's not even mid-40s, it's 41.
There's the side.
Now, this car's not even test drive.
Soft materials over here. A bit harder plastics over here. Flat floor, which is great. You've got aircon vents in there, USB-C ports.
And more expensive, but it's got the same 160 kilowatt motor if you want to get a feel for the drive power. No, not.
It's quite soft, pretty good, not bad. Let me get in and I will show you how much space I have inside. Okay, so there's the space I have. It's not too bad. How do I feel? Look, I'll be honest, it is quite comfortable. Seats are fairly soft. I'm not too sure what material it is. It feels, I guess, it's definitely not real leather for sure. But in terms of space, look, I'm quite comfortable. Height-wise, comfort, everything, it's not too bad. Big glass roof, single panel, as you can see over here. So, all there. And then, yeah, you've got your usual grab hooks. Aircon, you're happy, so not too bad. Plenty of space. So let's check out the front. Alright, let's check out the front row. So here's the door. Here's a quick look at the inside. Here's the front seats. So usual adjustments over here. Doesn't look like there's lumbar support adjustments. Let's get in. Alright, so this is the first time in this car, the B10. So let's look from one side to the other. So lighting for aircons, which looks really funky. It is ice cold, I can confirm, so very well done for Leapmotor for doing that. All your usual ADAS control, warning, attention seeking and all of that stuff. There, got a nice screen over here, it's decent size, no heads-up display. Quite easy to reach for the scroll buttons on each side over here. And decent size screen. I'd say that's at least a 14-inch off the top of my head. Phone chargers over here. I like this is quite funky. So you've got heaps of storage here. Got a anti-slip mat. And if you want, you can also just pull these down. So you've got cup holders as well. But they definitely don't fit your big water bottles, unfortunately. Then you've got holes here for attachments for additional things that they're looking at bringing in the future. A glove box over here, decent size. It's not too bad. Goes in quite deep actually. Here's a look at the seat again. And push this button here. There you go. So yeah, that's the front. Quite comfortable. We'll have to see if we can get one of these one day as well on the channel, and let me show you the rear vision. There you go. So I genuinely think it's a very, very good sized vehicle. Storage and everything, yeah, it's pretty good. We'll just need to check out if there is a front, so let me go find out. Alright, so I found out there is usually nothing, but they are currently looking at getting this accessory in here. So imagine it without that, but drop a comment down below if you think at this price point you'd love a front, because you could absolutely put quite a few cables in here. Your usual Type 2 cable could definitely fit in there, your slow granny charger as well, and yeah, good sized car. Hopefully you'll get to drive this car one day. But if you have any questions about the B10, let me know. Quite funky. The one thing I like most is, based on the size of the car, aircon works very, very well. So, +1 from me. Right, on to the next one. Let's go. This here is the Alfa Romeo Junior Electtrica. It's a small SUV, 54 kilowatt hour battery, 11 kilowatt AC, 100 kilowatt DC charging, supposedly 407 kilometers WLTP. It's a very unique shape, very sharp lines at the back. Let's get in and see what it's like. This is obviously road registered, so it's a car you can already get today. Original seating right now is quite low. Right, let's close the doors. Okay, so I can confirm at the moment, yes, this is, the electric seats are actually off, so I can't even adjust it. But in the limited lighting we have, some round air vents, very clicky. A little bit of soft material over here, but still a lot of plastic. This is what the steering wheel looks like here. Inside, that's a screen right there. Hopefully you can see that. Got a bit of phone storage for one with a USB port here. Usual controls to start your car. Drive mode, 2 deep cup holders. That's the seat. This one does have apparently driver massage seats as well. Does it have a glove box? Yes, it does. That's actually quite well sized. And then over here, is there storage? Yes, there is additional storage over here. Then you've got a couple of LED lights around the top. Let's see. So it doesn't look like there's a LED light around here at all, unless I can't see anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a light. It's missing light here. But you do have these lights over here that you could potentially turn on, but none right here for the mirror. Sunroof, not massive size, but just average size sunroof, so not an entire full glass roof. And there is a little hump over here. Actually, I don't know what that's for, but you can close. There is a shade over here to close out of that, and there's a hump over here. But let me fix my seating position, and we'll get to the second row and check that out. Alright, I'm not even going to attempt to get in the car, but this is the rear, and the reason why I'm not going to attempt to get in is because the electrics are actually off in the car and I don't think I'd fit. Alright, never mind. We'll try it anyway. We fit. So in terms of foot space, heaps actually. To move up down, quite comfy. I am fairly tight here. Sorry, it's quite tight here. So USB port here. I don't see any controls for aircon anywhere. Got what's potentially a light here and over here. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. That's the seat. It's a small car. Doesn't look like there's aircon vents in the back. Let's check. Let's fold this. So it's a 60-40 fold. Let's have a look at the boot. And also here is your manual port. Oh, apparently you can maybe select time of charge from here. Not too sure how that would work. Anyways, on the rear, let's try open the boot. So it's a hatch style boot, so it opens up like that. That's the fold through. It's not exactly flat, kind of goes through like that. And yeah, got some under storage here. But that's about it, so let me close that and alright, and I've got the front open, so front is on the passenger side to open the latch, and there you go. So no storage or motor. So that is the Alfa Romeo Junior Electtrica.